Welcome to Unit 4, folks. Looking forward to working with you again. This week we're going to focus on text, using kerning and tracking to adjust the space between characters and between words within a line. Also interpreting text in various contexts, line spacing, and alignment. So some of the things you're already aware of, but we're going to dive in a little bit deeper and try to define what they are and just what makes good typography laying out in a certain space within a layout. So start with your instructions. Here's your digital textbook resource as usual. Here's a little typography rules tutorial. This is very helpful. And then I'm giving you an exercise to do for this unit that works with a passage. This is the specific passage that I want you to use. Download that. And then if you go to that passage, it is one of my favorite designers out of Detroit. He's gotten a little old now, but his name's Ed Fella. He is also a typographer. I believe he works at University of California now as faculty, or is probably retired. He might be closing in on 90 years old. So here are some interesting quotes that he has talked about, and it has no hierarchy, no styling to it whatsoever. So please use this for your passage exercise. Copy and paste it as needed. If you've worked in the small type style passages from the Digital Design Fundamentals course, this is similar, but you'll want to go to that digital textbook resource to look at some examples. And I will help you do that, show you what those are right now. So we're under text. So I believe so this alignment project is our exercise for this week, and you're going to use the passage I gave you, and you're going to use modes of alignment to actively interpret a passage of text. Now you can see sort of ways that other people did it already. You can also look at how they may have called out different parts of the text. They use their grid to help them align properly, but also use paragraph alignment within their specific application to left align, right align, use kerning to spread out something or call out attention to a specific headline. I want you to really try and do that same thing. Looks like they've done some additional grid work where they're flowing text, but then they're aligning it a specific way to help it make sense and call out certain lines. Now you have complete freedom with how you do this. Using my passage, go into, I would consider using InDesign, Illustrator. I would not do Photoshop at this point in time, or any other online free app you can utilize to work with this project. But think of alignment, think about how the different sentences and work together and what you might want to call out using my passage, and also how you might position these sentences that might show more meaning to the viewer. So you have some creative freedom with this, but that's your exercise for this week. Okay, and so once you're done with that, I want you to, if there's more than one page in a document, save it as one document and then compress it and upload it to spacing and alignment, the Unit 4 exercise. That would be what's required for this week for that part. The Unit 4 quiz is, again, based on, if you go back to your instructions, it's based on pages 61 through 85, thinking with type. The forum text text spacing and alignment is a form we're going to use using examples of poor line spacing or alignment. So maybe it's within your immediate environment. Again, it's sort of that good versus bad, but I want you to use one example of what's really poor line spacing and alignment, something you may have seen in your immediate environment or online, and then I want you to post about it. Tell us why you feel that it's poor spacing and alignment, and then also respond to your classmates. Tell us what you would do to fix that, how you would go about fixing it. Okay, so let's have a great and successful, productive Unit 4. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a great week, everyone. I'll see you in next week's virtual video.